Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to go through a quick guide on how to use the R3Form NPM package so that you can add 3D form elements into any of your React apps. So I've started off with a blank React app here. I've deleted everything apart from in app.css I've added in a width and a height of 100% and a margin of 0 on root, HTML and body. This is just so that we get a full screen effect when we create our form. So I'm going to start with an npm install R3Form. Once that's installed, we can then import our R3Form canvas. So if we start typing, we should get the IntelliSense. Click on that and then close that off. And this will be the start of the form. If we npm run dev, we should be able to see the canvas for that. So that's the canvas there, which we've just created. So if we remove that, type anything here, this will automatically reload instantly. So we'll use R3Form, and inside R3Form, because this is going to be the wrapper for the canvas for the form, we'll need to open it up so that we can add children. We want to add an input 3D as well from R3Form, so make sure that that installs here, imports here, and we now have an simple input which we can type into. To add a label and a placeholder onto this, we need to add this in here as a prop. So we can do this as name, and then whenever we click on this, the placeholder will turn into a label, and if we write anything in here, it'll stay where it needs to be. So that's one input made really quickly. Let's put in another input. So let's use first name and surname. So we now have a first name and a surname input. And we can then add in a submit button, also from R3Form. So if we type, we'll open a console here. If we type Tom and H there, and we click submit, we want the values to be console logged. So to do that, we use an on submit, and we'll send this to our function that we're going to create here. Function of on submit. And if we take the values from the form, we'll console log these vowels here. So now if we refresh to get rid of those errors, we use our form, and then when we click submit, we console log these here. So we can use these wherever we want. If we want to make a state, we could then send these into that state there in an easy, simple way. And also, depending on the amount of forms or amount of fields you want to add into this form, we can use props here like form height. We'll set this as 4 and then move that down to 3. So that's now the right size for what we want on our website. We can also use different camera positions. These are in strings, so we can use top left, and when we refresh, we'll see the form from this angle. We might want this to be a smaller form, so we can change the zoom of this camera further away. Now the form is a much better size for what we want. In the docs you'll find a lot more different props that you can add in. Simple ones like form color. We can use a hex here to make it whatever color we want. Because the light in that doesn't look completely white, but you can change lighting also. Just check through the docs and you should be able to customize it how you want.